Hey everyone, thanks for joining us today on Unlocking Life, where we dig deep to get to know the person behind the business. Before we get started, we just want to remind you to watch until the very end. We are doing a secret word contest, and you'll have a chance to win a gift card to Infinity Park Pet Services.
Hi, I'm Echo with Life of Echo.
And I'm Mindy with Relationships Unlocked. Let us introduce this month's guest, B-rad.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
You are very welcome. What do we need to know about you? Tell us the what and why of what you do.
I opened the small business showcase because I was seeing a lot of people post, for example, on the 401 for 719, oh, that restaurant closed down. I always wanted to try them. Or, oh, I always wanted to try that place, like Whirly Ball that we recently had closed down.
Yeah, that was sad.
Trying to get people out of the norm of going to Walmart and McDonald's and know that, not only is there local businesses here, but helping them get to know the business owner on more of a personal level.
Okay, I like that. And say it again. What's the name of what you started?
Small Business Showcase.
Small Business Showcase. Okay, I love that.
Brad, was there like a specific business that went out that made you say, wait a second, something's got to change? Or
COVID.
What inspired you?
COVID, all the small businesses that didn't make it.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of continued as it got harder for people to reopen back up. You see people reopen and still couldn't make it.
Yeah.
And now it's time to help the community as much as we can.
Mm-hmm. I think people missed their comforts, the creature comforts like the Walmarts and the McDonald's and all that after COVID, and they forgot about the small businesses, I think. And so when they probably opened back up, it was probably a struggle for them.
Well, let's face it, fast food is not the same. It's nasty anymore.
It's not.
But people can go to McDonald's and 50 million times to get their food messed up. But one small business, and they don't go there and they trash talk.
Mm-hmm.
It's not.
I hate that.
That's not cool.
No, I hate that. That drives me so nuts. It's like you go to a car dealership and you have a bad experience. What do? You go to a different dealership. Just never drive cars again. But people have a bad experience at a niche restaurant, and they're like, oh, I'm never going to a small business restaurant again. They're all garbage. That is
so they get
so
stereotyped when one makes a mistake. Yeah,
that is so unfair. So good on you.
You know what I do miss from pre-COVID was 24-hour grocery stores. Like I'm a night owl, and I would love to go
so
do my
peaceful
grocery
at
shopping
those.
at 1 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Small business owner listening, come on, open up a night little grocery store for us. We'll pay the extra money.
We will. We will go grocery shopping at 2 a.m. Yes, love it.
Okay, so today our topic is spring cleaning of the spirit. Happy March, everybody. Let's unlock 55 seconds.
And
That's
happy
science.
Friday the 13th.
It is Friday the 13th. Woo! You have a black cat.
I do have a black cat.
Yeah, that's lucky. Do you have cats? You're a dog guy.
My cat died when I was 18 years old and never got one since. It was a black cat.
Oh, okay. What was her name?
Angel.
Angel? R.I.P. Angel.
Mine is Captain Rex from Star Wars.
That's nice. That's good.
My dog was Commander Cody from Star Wars.
The theme going.
We did. I was theme going.
All our pets are like Disney characters, we realized. So, What are your dogs' names?
Mellow and Hoda.
Oh, that's good. From what? Anything?
Mellow because she's white like a marshmallow, and Hoda means fighter in Norse mythology.
Okay, yeah. Very cool.
Hoda was abandoned in the kennel. She was skin and bones when I found her.
Oh, baby.
So that's why she's named Fighter, but just a different name instead of just Fighter.
I like it. Put some thought into that one for sure.
Love it.
Yeah, that's good.
So good.
All right, let's unlock 55 seconds of science about spring cleaning of the spirit. So it's actually not a vibe spring cleaning of your physical space or your mental or emotional space. It's actually neuroscience. So you know how your phone starts to act sluggish when you've got 100 apps going and you haven't cleared anything out? Our brain does the same exact thing. Until we start cleaning out our brain using something called neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity is a word I need to practice saying better, but it's a brain's ability to actually physically rewire itself. So every time we choose a new thought pattern, a new response, a new way of seeing ourselves or others, our brain literally builds a new neural pathway. And then those old pathways weaken from not being used. Just like when those unused apps sit and no more information goes into them and they're doing nothing in the background but slowing us down. Or like when we stop lifting weights, right? And then our muscles just start to deteriorate. Our neural pathways do the same thing. So what's interesting I found in my research is that in positive intelligence, they're showing most of us are running on autopilot 70% of the day. And our patterns are driven by deeply ingrained mental patterns that formed before we had a say in the matter. So actually from being really little, like before the age of 5 or 6. And a lot of our thoughts that go through our heads are because we're trying to survive. And they're thoughts that helped us survive when we were little, and now they keep us from thriving. Spring cleaning of the spirit is neuroplasticity in action. We're not just having feel-good moments, we're actually interrupting old unneeded circuits and building new ones. So every moment of self-awareness, every honest conversation, every time we hold ourselves or someone else accountable, set and respect boundaries, every time we make the choice to respond differently than we did before, our brain is changing. So just like going to the gym and building up muscle, it takes practice and consistency.
Mm-hmm.
But when we do these things, we don't not only feel better, we invite into our brain opportunities to keep feeling better. So it's like an ongoing cycle. Our human brain is actually built to rewire, like it does it naturally if we allow it. So I just thought that that was really great and helpful
Really
news.
cool. And it reminds me of when I had my concussion, because the gyrostim therapy that I went through, what they told me was when you have a concussion, it's kind of like a traffic jam, and you're trying to go straight, and your brain, there's a concussion there, so your brain takes another path around. Well, when that traffic jam gets cleared, your brain doesn't know that it got cleared, so you're constantly going that other way around. So it's trying to like rewire you to go back to what you know, and so yeah,
So
just
yeah,
really
change
interesting.
your neural
Mhm.
pathway
Yep.
having a concussion because you have to do stuff differently.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting. Well, and it goes both ways, like feeling better and then feeling poorly also when we start to think more dark, kind of draining, shadowy things, and we do that consistently. We're actually building in our brain a pathway that says, hey,
This is the way it is
feel
now.
bad, yeah. So brain is crazy. Human biology.
It's fascinating.
So that's my science, some fascinating science behind cleaning of the spirit. So Mindy, can you help us unlock this through a relationship?
I sure can. So thanks, Echo. That was very fascinating. I love that kind of stuff. So let's start with the definition or a definition of spring cleaning of the spirit. Spring cleaning of the spirit is a metaphorical process of renewal that involves decluttering your mind, your heart, and soul from negative emotions, habits, and burdens. Much like cleaning a physical home, it is a time for introspection, another word that we need to practice, letting go of past mistakes or negativity, and creating space for positive growth and spiritual transformation. It's not just about closets and garages. This concept can very much be applied to relationships. Healthy relationships are so important for our mental well being, and relationships need to be maintained. This means taking time for reflection, letting go, and making space. Take a close look at the people in your life. Does everyone that surrounds you align with your way of thinking? Look at it like you would look at an item you're considering whether or not to keep or move on from. Does the relationship provide value to either of you? One-sided relationships can be frustrating and take a toll on your mental well-being. Ask yourself some questions. What have I been holding on to that no longer serves me? Are there conversations that need to happen? Are there assumptions I've made that deserve a closer look? Cleaning our spiritual and emotional space isn't about blaming ourselves or others. It's about creating room for growth. When we release resentment, communicate openly, and reconnect with our own values, we allow new energy into our relationships. Spring is a time for growth, and with the right people by your side, you can grow together. Drop in the comments what you do to spring clean your spirit.
Man, I never thought about like spring cleaning of relationships. Like I think about sometimes you got to weed the garden and you got to get certain people right out of there.
And that was my first thought when I dug into this. And I was like, I don't want it to sound like that. I don't want it to be like, all right, it's time to go through your friends list. Who needs to go?
But sometimes you need to take out the weakest links.
Well, and that's kind of how I approached it in a little bit more calmer manner. Just saying,
think through it. Ask those questions. Can you repeat those questions that you said to ask yourself?
What have I been holding on to that no longer serves me? Are there conversations that need to happen? Are there assumptions I've made that deserve a closer look? And then also, does the relationship provide value to either of you?
A lot of times it's one-sided, so that's super important for us as individuals.
That one hit me hard, was the one-sided relationships. I was like, ooh, I could go into a whole podcast about this. One-sided relationships.
For sure.
So, all righty.
Very good information. Thank you.
All right. So let's get into our questions. Yay.
For you.
So this is not the first question. We just want to know, when you hear the words spring cleaning, what comes to mind for you?
Getting rid of stuff that you have not used in 6 months or longer.
6 months?
6 months. I'm a year. So that's fair.
Well, clothes don't count, but
Gotcha.
You know, if something's just been sitting there, why clutter it? Clutter space, clutters your mind.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I know when I get overwhelmed with chaos, that's the first thing that I notice in my space is how much stuff there is. So that, yeah, I like that. That makes a lot of
Clutters your
sense.
space, clutters your mind.
Mm-hmm. Very
What
good.
if you're sentimental?
There's a box for that.
Let it go.
Yeah.
Let it go.
I have a little
Because
box.
you're going to be devastated if life goes, ha ha, bet, and takes it from you.
Oh, well, that's a different way to look
That
at
is
it.
a different way to look at it.
Your mind is where you hold your memories. Make memories, not collect stuff.
Yeah. I see that. I totally see that. But I also don't want to like not hold on to anything with that mentality. You know, like I have a little box of like some of my mom's mementos, and that's it. Like that's all I allow myself. I have a whole room full of stuff. It's a
Things
little
you
box.
own end up owning you.
So,
They can.
mhm,
I mean,
that's
don't get me
true.
wrong. I got rings, I got a necklace on. You know, I still treat myself, but at the end of the day, that's really what it is.
It's stuff.
Look at poor thrift stores, for example.
Mhm.
All that stuff.
Mm,
Can't take it away and when you go, and your family's just going to pretty much get rid of it besides what they consider sentimental.
Mhm.
So what may be sentimental to you may not mean anything to the next generation.
Exactly. That's true. That's why we have a will. We sat down with our kids and we're like, all right, these are the things we have. Does anybody want them?
But think about, you know, let's say you're at work and your husband's at work and the house burns down and you just lost your mom's Mentos. That would
Mhm.
devastate you.
Yes and no, because you're absolutely right. Your memories stay, you know, your memories are in your head, in your brain. You don't get rid of those. So, you know, there's definitely something to say for that. Absolutely. But yeah,
you definitely would grieve those things,
I would grieve those things.
and then you'd still be okay, right?
Mhm. Yeah, there's nothing in my house that I can't live without. And what I can't live without is in my safe. So, yeah, like important papers and things like that, you know.
Birth certificate.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Now I have a thrift store in my mind. Any thrift stores, if you want to donate a gift card to our
Yes.
guest, the Word of the Day winner, please let us know.
yes, because I love thrift stores.
too.
I love someone else's stuff. What do they say? Someone's trash is someone else's treasure.
Yep, that's why I love garage sales.
Yep.
Oh,
Same.
yeah.
I just passed something on the way here. It was like big sale, and I was like,
Everybody got a
I
time,
can't
did
stop.
it?
I can't stop.
Are you still there later?
So, all right.
Season. B-rad. As an entrepreneur and small business owner, are there simply daily and or weekly habits that help you maintain spiritual clarity so it's not like a once a year dump? Things that you do consistently.
I've recently been doing ketamine treatment therapy through my sponsor, Around the Block Healthcare.
Okay, tell us more about that.
The ketamine is doing the same thing as you would do if you were tripping on shrooms or acid, but doing it only for an hour, allowing me to get into my mind and fix the neuro stuff in my head.
Interesting.
I went through realizing that my grandpa's death was the reason for abandonment issues where it started, accepted that I'm a better person than what some people make me believe, especially in past relationships. Made me realize that the energy and love is true, but some people just don't work on themselves, and you have to let those people go. And just going through so many dark parts of my brain and refixing it and building up my confidence back up.
Wow,
That's awesome.
That's what
That's
I've
a
been
lot.
doing.
That's deep work.
That is deep. I was gonna say that is
Yeah.
a lot right there, man. Holy Moses.
Can you tell like how often?
Twice a week.
And is someone sitting with you helping a conversation?
Ashley
or you're
Hayes
just
is there for
Okay.
conversation. I have Wardruna playing, and sometimes I'm talking with her. Like me and her had a deep conversation about a relationship yesterday because of some stuff that came down the grapevine. And then the session before that, I disassociated and was in my own little mind,
Okay.
deep in my mind.
That's hard. It's hard to get out of here. I always say I'm in my way. I'm in my own way. I need to get out of my way.
Well, on my show, Rise of the Empire Motivation Mondays, we had 4 segments the last month where it was your mind's your greatest enemy or your greatest ally. And little key
True.
tips to help kind of turn that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Which Motivation Monday is sponsored by New Hope Counseling LLC.
Oh, very cool.
Okay.
Love it.
That was cool.
Thank you.
It's like, yeah, you can't switch things for yourself if you don't even know that they're a hindrance.
Some people know they
Right.
just don't want to change. Change is scary to people.
Yeah.
It is scary. People get fearful.
And sometimes you don't necessarily need to change per se. And this is coming from the relationship coach. It's like I tell people, you're not broken. There's nothing to fix. There might be some things that need to be tweaked or altered or, things like that. But, you're not broken. There's nothing wrong with you.
And they don't realize I am is such a powerful word. When they say I am broken, they're putting so much negativity into them.
It's so hard.
No,
It's
it
so
changes
hard.
their frequency, right? When you're living in that mode of I
That
don't
constant.
have and I'm not happy until and da 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 da.
Mhm.
But then when your thoughts become things.
Yeah. No, that makes a
Thoughts
lot of
become
sense.
things.
Yeah, they do. And
I
they
stole
become
that.
things-
That's not me.
They become things that get in your way. So,
Okay, thank
all
you.
right. So our next question is, so speaking of relationships, What role do community and relationships play in your spiritual renewal?
I like helping people. If I could, I'd do this stuff for free. But that's why we do like Tasty Tuesday, where we go to restaurants and showcase local restaurant, and we don't charge the restaurant. We sit there and even buy our own food. Out on the town, we did Sherwood Showdown to showcase the archery dodgeball. And then
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
just
That sounds fun.
we're doing April 15th. We're doing Brush Crazy, where you can paint, the Titanic sinking for the anniversary of Titanic sinking,
Ooh.
and guests get 20% off by listening to the code on our radio show too on
Mhm.
Saturday at 10 a.m.
Okay.
Or they can go to showcase-sb.com. But I just like helping people, and I figured this would be a way to do it. Some people are like, "Oh, well, why did you do it?" Because I want to help people. The general public, sometimes there's just too many, but you can build an empire by helping business owners.
Yes, absolutely.
So your
Absolutely.
passion is connection. It sounds like
Mhm.
whether connecting people on a show or connecting us all with businesses. Pretty cool.
But also behind the scenes, while you're making those connections and you're making those connections for yourself and for other people, it's helping you. It's helping you spiritually. It sounds like, you're not just doing it.
I'm just a shy
To do
boy, so it's making me get out of the shell.
There you go.
I was gonna ask.
It's helping you in multiple ways.
Yeah. Have you always been a connector, or is this more recent in your life?
It's something I discovered naturally when I started my
Mhm.
business almost 4 years ago.
Oh.
I would say he's always been a connector. It just came out. Like it finally just come out.
Unleash it
Yeah.
from deep within.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh,
I love
I
that.
found
That's
it.
awesome.
Amazing. COVID had some silver linings.
It
Here's
did.
one of
I
them.
mean, it was, unfortunately, hopefully this would have all happened regardless. This would have come to a fruition for you and realization that, oh, I want to help people.
I've always wanted to help people, but now I can do it in a way higher level.
Love it.
And in a way that works for you, right? Because there's so many different ways we can help other humans, from
Mhm.
social work to medical field to,
Mhm.
and you're doing it in a way that you like and you're good at.
Mhm.
So congrats to you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Very
awesome.
cool.
Okay, next question. B-rad, how do you invite more joy, curiosity, and creativity into this new Russian spirit you have?
Going to concerts.
Music.
Music has always been my escape, and last year I went to the most concerts ever. A
Ooh.
lot of it was a fuck you to someone, but I still did it. And I'm going to Shinedown this year again. I'm going to Rob Zombie, Marilyn Manson, and I'm debating on going to Reggae on the Rocks again too.
Okay.
And I'm seeing Yellow Wolf as well coming up. So music is my escape.
All of those bands except the last one.
That's why stories and soundtracks that I have. It's a 45-minute to hour interview with your top 3 songs.
Yeah.
Because it connects people. Music and concerts seems to be the only events that's
Mhm.
truly connecting people. Like, yeah, people go to all these events, but concerts is where, and music is where it's at right now.
Right. And how many concerts did you go to last year? You said, yeah, last year was the most.
3 Days Grace, Reggae on the Rocks, Stick Figure, Chris Webby, Kasky, Shinedown.
I thought you'd know the number off the top of his head.
He's going to know it now.
No, because
He's gonna know it now.
I've had to do this multiple times. There was not Saving Evil, Saliva with the Saving Evil this year. And then there was another one. So 10 concerts last year.
Ooh, that's almost
Basically,
one
it
a
was
month.
one a month last year. It was Buck Cherry. That's what it was.
Very cool.
Nice.
And I didn't even know they were still going. I thought they had done retired.
Mm-hmm.
I've also seen you post things about being on stage at Sunshine Studios Live.
Yeah, you could party like the rock stars on karaoke if you on stage.
Yeah, I
When
love
you
their
do it with me.
karaoke. I love their karaoke. It's
I'll
so much
watch
fun.
it. I'll hum.
It's tonight.
I'll hum from the audience. It is.
It's tonight.
What time?
Karaoke's tonight?
7 p.m. Yep.
Usually it's a
Sunshine
Sunday.
Studio.
I thought it was Sundays.
They did Sunday last month.
Okay.
But it's usually Fridays.
Oh, is it usually Fridays?
Yep.
The only time I've ever gone, it was a Sunday.
And then starting May 2nd through the first weekend of September, me and Sunshine Studios, along with Chow Down Food Truck, are launching the 719 Food Truck Social, which is a food truck rally with an
that's
open bar,
fun.
music, cornhole, and seating. So,
We're connecting for you.
it's near you.
Yeah, it's not far from here at all.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Nice. Cool.
Very cool.
Thank you.
So, B-rad, last of the 4 questions. What small shifts can someone make if they feel overwhelmed or stuck?
To me, music. Listen to a positive song.
Mm-hmm.
At one point in my life, I realized, oh crap, every single one of the music I had on my playlist was a negative song. So
yeah.
music can't control that. Contact Around the Block Healthcare about ketamine treatment. It's the one thing that I found that works. And trust me, my mind used to run 1,000,000 miles an hour.
And it doesn't.
Awesome.
Not anymore. Now about 50,000.
Right.
Okay.
But at least it's slowed down.
Very cool.
I like what you say about positive music. I think anything we intake right? Again, back to that
Mhm.
frequency and that vibration. So it's just like memes and things that we follow on social media, right? If we're following something draining, we're going to feel draining. If we're listening to draining music, we're going to feel drained. But the reverse is also true.
Well, remember back in the day when you used to be able to like make, mix tapes,
Yeah.
cassette tapes,
Mix CD.
and you'd have like the depressing mix and and it was like you'd listen to that when you're sad. And I'm like, why would you do that to yourself? Thinking back, it's like you're already sad. Why are you going to make yourself
Like listening to
more
My
sad?
Immortal by Evanescence.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
yeah.
let's listen to happy songs when we're sad too.
Right.
I mean,
I can
unless
make
you
your
wanna be
hands
sad.
clap. That one.
It's like unless you want to be sad.
Yeah,
but, I
sometimes
mean,
though, it's helpful to listen to those things if you're working through some
mhm.
sad or depressed or angry
Yeah.
emotion. But yeah, you don't want to stay there for sure.
No,
Have to come
definitely
back
not.
out.
Definitely not.
Positive
So
songs, great.
yeah,
I like it.
I love that.
Positivity.
That's a good thing. So, what's the one important thing that you want us and the listeners to take away or learn from your story?
A recovering drug addict can be 9 years clean and do this. You can do anything you want to do.
Oh,
Love that. Congratulations, by the way.
yeah,
Thank
that's good.
That is awesome. That is every day is a victory. So, congrats on you, man. That's
Thank you.
awesome. Very, very cool.
I don't even know what to say to follow up to that.
I
It's
know,
so
right?
powerful.
Yeah, that's just amazing.
Yeah.
She was so concerned that I didn't want to see the questions beforehand. Do you think you would have gotten any of these
I wasn't
answers?
so concerned. Once you said you didn't want them, I was fine.
But still, do you think you would have got these answers if I played it out? Because I know I wouldn't have. I'd have overthought it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you know you.
Yeah.
So
He pushed back. He's like, I don't want to see these. So then we like folded the script, and I'm like, yeah, but you need the address.
Very cool. Very cool.
Okay, very nice.
Alrighty. So it's in.
Did I really just cause you guys to have a mic drop?
Yeah, I'm still. Oh yeah, it is me.
Be careful with my little mics. They're so cute and fuzzy.
Okay, listeners, how do you feel about spring cleaning of the spirit? Please drop your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear them.
So now we have time for one more thing before we wrap up. The hat question. Yay. All right. So this is where we have you pull a random question out of our hat. This question will either be about relationships or happiness.
Ready?
No.
You like surprise?
They're all very tame, I promise.
You made it through the hard part.
Yeah, you made it through that part, definitely.
What have you got?
What's the best surprise you've ever planned or received?
Oh,
surprise. That's a good one.
Oh, I'm supposed to answer
Yeah,
it?
you're supposed to answer, but they were all
To
surprises.
celebrate a 1 year friendship with my ex best friend, I took us out to Star Wars Burlesque and the next day to the Vans Echo concert, and he got to hold Echo up, and I have a picture of him still that I still have where he has the biggest smile on his face, and just the fact to be able to give someone an experience like that was fun. And then we went to this bar that he chose, and there was frozen shot glasses, so you can get to choose a shot glass, and then once you chug the ice shot glass, you throw the shot glass at the bell.
Okay.
Hey, interesting. Huh.
So he got to do that.
Yep.
Very nice. That's fun.
And one of the concerts last year, there was one of the last ones, Breaking Benjamin and 3 Days Grace. I surprised Brandy Middleton with tickets to that show. She wanted to see him, and so I surprised her. We went
Very
out to
nice.
the concert at Fiddler's Green for the first time for me.
Awesome.
cool.
I love that. No, I love surprises. I love surprises, but I don't love surprises. Like, tell me the end of the movie, tell me the end of the book, but yeah.
What?
Well, I will tell you to
No.
hope you're watching it. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I'm turning it off.
Oh
And you
no,
watch it your own.
I will watch it. I will absolutely watch it, but I don't like that
Is
anticipation.
this person going to
and
die
yeah,
or something like that?
my anxiety can't handle that at all.
I hate
No.
going to movie theaters with her. What's going on?
I
It's a new
know.
movie. We just both
Yeah.
got here.
No, I literally I try to peg the end of the movie. Like my worst experience with this was American Sniper. And I sat down, my husband was watching it, so I just sat down and started watching it with him. And I'm like, this is a really good movie. And we get to the end, and I was like, you jerk, why didn't you tell me? I'm like, you know how I am. Why did you let me watch this
I
movie?
can't watch a movie where a dog dies. If you introduce me to a movie and you know that dog's going to die, I'm going to be
Don't
mad at
tell
you.
me. Yep, exactly.
I do not want to watch
See?
it.
I'm not
Turner Hooch,
crazy.
screw that one. I Am Legend, screw that one. Marley Me, screw that one.
Yeah. I get you.
I've never watched Marley Me, but people tell me the dog died, so nope.
Yeah.
I
I
watched
can
the
watch
very
it.
end.
Well,
I was
it will
always
make you
concerned
cry.
with it, Yeah.
I don't cry at the end of Titanic. Okay, let Jack go already. But I read where all the dogs went down with the Titanic, and I cried thinking all those poor dogs.
Mhm.
I didn't care about the 15 people
God,
that died.
Hey man, some people like that. Some other people.
That's
So it's
okay.
just-
But yeah, here I'm talking about helping people.
Yeah.
Nice. As long as you have a dog.
Yeah.
Right.
I will help you if you have a pet, even if it's a hamster, I will help
I
you.
will help you more if you have a dog. I will help you equally if you don't.
You two get to answer this.
Oh, do you want
What's
us
the
to
best
answer?
surprise
Okay.
you've ever planned or received?
So I because I have two, one I planned and one I received. Okay, so back in 2009, my mom moved in with us in February of 2009, and it had been a bad situation where she lived before, and she had to leave. And my parents got divorced when I was 5, but they stayed friends, so like best friends. So at this point, they were still in that best friends mode. And so her birthday is March 17th, so St. Patrick's Day, and so we managed to somehow. Normally, she figures it out, but she didn't. We got my dad from Florida. We brought him up to visit, and literally, she was in her room. He was standing in the hallway. We said, "Mom, come out here for a minute." And she saw him and just lost it, like gave him a big hug. I mean, it was just like, oh, we did it.
Oh, that's sweet.
So that was my big surprise that I did.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's awesome.
It was.
They get remarried after that?
Oh no, no, they were much better friends.
That would have been a cool end to the story.
Well, yeah, it would have been, but you know.
So what about you?
I'm trying to think. I have this philosophy around surprises. So there's a lot of research that shows planning an experience actually brings more happiness than the experience itself in the long run. A surprise vacation to Disney World was a ton of fun, but when someone doesn't get to have that experience of planning it and looking forward to it and being ready for it, they don't get the same outcome of happiness quotient as if they had been part of knowing and planning. So I never really do any huge surprises because of that. And once I learned that information, but I like the little surprises. Like last month was the kid's birthday, and so I showed up at like 6 a.m. with donuts, even though they're in Denver and they're grown. Breakfast donut was always like our tradition, and so I just showed up at the door with donuts and presents. Or my niece was over a few months ago, and I told her we were going to the grocery store. We ended up actually going to see a movie, right? So little things like that. I just like
That's
to do
the stuff I
all
love.
the little
Love.
surprises, and that makes me feel good. And
My thing is to try to see if I can pull it off.
keep it
The little
secret.
surprises, if I can pull them off.
I have a hard time trying to keep the surprise because I want to tell you so bad.
Exactly, and that's what I
Trying to
mean.
keep
Can I
it
pull it
secret.
off?
Yeah, for
So
sure.
absolutely,
Yeah.
that's awesome. Thank you for making us do that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very cool. Well, not making us, but you know,
I twisted their arms. They
it
saw it on
wasn't
the
so.
video.
It wasn't so bad. It wasn't
It was
hard.
fine.
Yeah.
Thank you, B-rad, for being here today. And thank you, listeners, for joining us on Unlucky Life. Remember, happiness grows when we share it, and relationships thrive when we nurture them. Before we sign off, Mindy, what is happening at Relationships Unlocked these days?
What is happening at Relationships Unlocked? We're still just pressing on. Trying to get more clients to help more people. Doing an event in Denver-ish on the 21st, and just really making those connections. And trying to get more people to prioritize their relationships. It's a really hard thing when you think about your budget for the month, and you're like, okay, well, this and this, and then we have this extra money. What are we going to do with it? Oh, let's go out, let's go whatever. It's like, well, why not invest it in your relationship? Or I hear a lot from people is, well, we just can't afford it right now. It's like, well, can you afford not to? Because you're obviously in a bad state, like you told me. Let's work
Right.
on this.
Right.
So yeah, so
Well,
that's where
good.
I'm at. How
Well,
about Life of
yeah.
Echo?
I turned my book in, my first draft, on Monday to Misfit Press.
Yay!
So that editing was so fun, but I got it in. It's called Unstoppable Me, and it's a book for young adults and teens and tweens who have type 1 diabetes. So it's something I've wanted to do my whole life, and I'm like, before 50, I'm going to have it in, and that's coming up. So
Good
I did it.
job.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah. And then I'm working on 2 certifications. So one is in positive intelligence, mental fitness coaching, and one is in women's self-defense training. So I will wrap both of those up mid-April, and then be set for certifications to enter the summer. And
love it. I know I saw your
going
thing
forth.
on TikTok the other day when you opened up your t-shirt.
Oh, I so pledged to go in and teach women how to stay safe.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
Thanks.
All right. Very, very good. So that sounds amazing. So tune in April when we'll be talking about bucket lists. Until then, keep unlocking the life you love, one story at a time. Okay.
Don't forget one more thing. The secret word. The secret word for today, if you'd like to win a $5 gift card to Infinity Park Pet Services. They are our business sponsor for the show this month. Thank you. They are a mobile dog gym. They do pet training and pet sitting with an edge. They bring fitness and fun straight to you, serving Colorado Springs and Pueblo. If you don't know about them, look them up. They have this cool van, and they have like a treadmill in the back for the dogs, or they can put a pool in the back for your dog, and it is just Infinity Park Pet Services. So the hint, secret word, has to do with spring. So make sure to drop your guesses in the comments. Until next time, guys. Bye.